All right, so we are here at the press with Kristen Mingus, the Executive Director of the Downtown Brentwood Coalition, and Lynn Tei, the President of the Downtown Brentwood Coalition. So, first of all, I'm going to ask both of you, what is the Downtown Brentwood Coalition? What does it do?
So the Downtown Brentwood Coalition is a nonprofit that supports downtown businesses and the economic vitality of downtown Brentwood. It was started approximately 15 years ago by a group of the business owners down here who saw the potential. Downtown Brentwood was not thriving at the time, and with a lot of their help and coordination with events and supporting the businesses, we've grown it to what it is today. Do you want to? And we do special events. We support the small businesses. We work with the city, coordinating different projects, and we also work closely with the other nonprofits in town.
Mm-hmm. Gaining more visibility for the downtown businesses, helping them get to that next level or sustain where they're at or just to grow. We also help people that are trying to come to downtown and don't have a location yet. Maybe we can help put the word out or see if there's any space for them or how we can help create space for them and gain them the visibility and the growth in their business that they're trying to run.
Okay. And what do you think that the DBC's strengths are?
Definitely pulling the community together is something that I think is huge with the DBC. They are cheerleaders for the downtown. They're cheerleaders and they support their local businesses. They stand up for them in any city, any issues going on, any potential growth opportunities. We really go to bat for them and we want to be their voice when they're not at a city council meeting or they're not a part of a decision that might affect them directly. It's a really close-knit, community that we live in, and we're really lucky for that. And I think Downtown Brentwood Coalition really showcases that and really supports that community building and trust and support that everybody needs to be successful in a community like Downtown Brentwood. That's what I would say would be the strength.
Yeah. That sounds good to me.
Okay. What do you think is the main weakness of Downtown Brentwood Coalition, if anything? Is there anything that you...
That's a good question. Yeah. I mean, there's always opportunities for improvement. I don't know.
Yeah, I think just growing more. I don't think it's a problem of ours, but I think it's something we can always strive to reach more people, support more of our downtown businesses, support more people that want to come downtown. And I think that is something that could be listed as a struggle. Just expanding our reach, to more people, to serve more people in our community.
Okay. So you think that it's something that you could do better is expanding and supporting more businesses, essentially.
Yeah, and we have an executive director position that we had filled for 2.5, 3 years, and that person left. And when we were without an executive director, we found out how desperately we needed an executive director to really keep everything together. We're a volunteer board, so and everybody has full-time jobs. So having an executive director, so hiring Kristen when we did, and getting her really involved in the city and the downtown and having her meet everybody, that's been a great project for us, and it's helping us to improve how we're running the DBC, because without the executive director, obviously things, we were only able to do so much, but having her in the position now, we're able to continue on the trajectory that we've been on with doing more events, doing fundraisers, and supporting the downtown.
All right. And what do you think businesses should join the Downtown Brentwood Coalition?
By joining the Downtown Brentwood Coalition, it helps us support them. We assist with some marketing. We hold events downtown that bring more business to them, and we are their advocate with the city. We're the advocate with if they have issues, if they're struggling with something, and we can give them guidance. Is some of the things that we offer as being a member of the DBC.
And some of our events, we hit a wide range of people in this community. And so when we team up with our members and we support them by throwing a fundraiser for them or an event for them, we can really gain that visibility for them that maybe they wouldn't be able to do on their own. And maybe we can pull in more people so they have more awareness on their brand and their business.
Okay.
And can I just plug an event that we're doing pretty soon? August 18th, we're doing a fashion show at the Delta Theater.
Yep.
And it's a fundraiser for Adventure Therapy Foundation, which is a nonprofit foundation here in Brentwood that helps families and people going through cancer with the support and
they give support for the families that are either directly fighting cancer right now or have. It's a good support source for our community, people dealing with that. We are going to host a fashion show, like she said, and you can find the tickets on our Instagram, on our bio. You can click there. And everybody in it, all the models are all people a part of Adventure Therapy that have struggled with cancer in some way. And we will be showcasing all of our downtown Brentwood boutiques. That's what all the clothing would be.
What inspired that? What inspired to put that event together?
I think probably the organizer of the Adventure Therapy Foundation and her what she did to create this group, this nonprofit, and we think it's just such a valuable asset to the families that we wanted to help support her and so that she can continue to reach out to people in need.
It's inspiring. They help a lot of people.
Yeah.
Okay. And one last thing about the DBC as a whole, who provides your budget? Where does the money come from?
So we have an MOU, which is a memorandum of understanding with the city of Brentwood for this past year, 2024. And 2025 fiscal year, and then this new fiscal year, and that helps us to pay for our executive director. The other money that we work with comes from events that we hold, Oktoberfest, Bags and Brews, Bubbles and Broomsticks. We do which is like a witch's night out type of
retail
event. Type thing.
So it's a bubbles. So it's a retail shopping thing. We do a bestie bash downtown. So it brings people downtown to go shopping and eat in the restaurants, and people buy tickets, and that helps us with running the DBC. So we're very fortunate to have the MOU with the city. Without that, we would not be able to have an executive director, and we would not be a part of the Main Street program because, in which we are as well. Downtown Brentwood is part of the Main Street program.
Okay.
Let me add this. What does it mean for you guys to kind of be a part of this? Be part of the DBC and have this kind of impact on the city, like this? Like, what does it mean for you guys?
You know, I've been a member since we opened I went on a restaurant in downtown, and I've been a member since day one, since we opened our business, and I was approached back in 2023 to join the board.
So recently?
No, I'm sorry, 2021.
Fairly recently.
Yeah, fairly recently. And so I joined January of 2022. I was on the board as a director, and I really didn't know what to expect. I did not realize everything that the DBC did. I just went to the meetings and, went to a couple of the events, and I didn't really understand how involved they were with each individual business owner, with the city, with the nonprofits, and all that the executive director does. It's really such a wide encompassing job. You wear many, many hats.
Yeah.
It's not just event planning. It's not just, working on, emailers or marketing. It's so many different things. So I came in and kind of was like super impressed with what the DBC has accomplished so far. And and it's just been important to me to be able to see the city continue to grow and thrive, and to say that, hey, I get to be a part of this, is really special to me. And I love the fact that we have such a great downtown, and that people, I every time I talk to anybody about downtown Brentwood, all they talk about is the good. And so I just love being a part of that, and knowing that I am helping to contribute to that just a little bit.
You've been on kind of both sides of it before, with not owning the restaurant, now with
Yeah.
the board. Was it joining the board was kind of eye-opening, kind of seeing the other side of it?
Yeah, it really was, because like I said, I did not really understand the scope of everything that the DBC, and especially the executive director, was involved in. So it's really, it was just, I was, just kind of overwhelmed initially, and and couldn't understand how the executive director could do all those things, and wear all those hats. But they figure it out, and they do it, and they do a great job at it. So
being on both sides is kind of, now that you've seen the other side, is kind of affect the way you run Zephyrs, right?
yes,
Does it
Zephyr
kind of
Grill and Bar.
Does it affect the way do you kind of do a couple things differently? I'm kind of curious because
It just it makes our business want to be more involved.
okay.
As far as supporting the events, sometimes I would be like, oh, there's another street closure. But you know what? Those street closures actually impact our business in a better way, right? It brings more people downtown, even though you think possibly that it wouldn't, because the parking situation, or the street closures are people that would normally come downtown wouldn't come down. But those events help us so tremendously, especially since we do like the retail events that we do, because we do a dining component to that, and we make reservations for the people that are coming downtown, so the restaurants are full. It's not just the shops. So it really, those types of events, so that's what made me want to be more involved with our business per se, as in addition to being on the board. But our business participates. We sponsor things. We hold the meetings at our the DBC meetings at our restaurant 4 or 5 times a year for all the members to come in and join. So, yeah.
Cool little perk.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, first of all, I did have a kind of a personal question. Why did you both want the jobs that you have?
Yeah.
I wasn't something I sought. It just kind of happened, right? As the outgoing president was leaving, and I just figured our board had a lot of new members on it, and then we had a couple members that had been on for a really long time. So it was kind of like I was in that perfect spot. I'd been on the board for a couple of years. I saw how things were working. I wanted to continue to help and be involved, and so I put myself out there to, I said I would do it if nobody else wanted to do it, and nobody else wanted to do it. So here I am.
I did seek it out.
Yeah.
I'd been looking to get back into it, and I wanted to work close to home. I wanted to work in Brentwood. I had fallen in love with the community, and once I started going to a few of the retail events or the other events that DBC hosted, I realized that this was a group of people that we were all like-minded. We loved our community. We loved our neighbors. We loved the people and the families around, and we wanted to support everybody. And so I actually didn't see the job posting at first. A few of my friends did, and several people sent it to me and said, this is so for you. You got to go for it. And it felt like it was sort of meant to be. So I went for it. And when I met everybody on the board, I had 3 rounds of interviews, I believe. The more people I met, just knowing that they were all sitting in a room, some of them competitors in their businesses downtown, and just such big cheerleaders for each other. It inspired me. I wanted to be a part of it. So I was very happy when I landed the role.
We made a great decision in hiring Kristen. Yeah.
Are you both from the area originally, or?
I am not. I'm from Robles City. I moved here 4 years ago, and we definitely picked Brentwood because of the community here, community-based.
What's been the biggest thing? You said 4 years ago, right?
Yep, 4 years
So
ago.
what's been the biggest thing that stood out to you Not in more detail. Like,
Yeah, there's a few things, but one, I mean, it's less traffic here, which is great. I really like the close-knit community. I know I keep saying that, but I like to support people. I like to be with people. I like to be around people. I like to uplift. I felt like I like that in return from people. And when I visited Brentwood and we were deciding where to move, I felt that support without knowing anybody. And that was huge for me. And I want my kids to grow up here. I want them to fall in love with the community like I have, like my husband has. And I just want it to thrive. And so I'm committed.
I was gonna say, because Redwood City is a very different. I
It
mean, that
is.
side of everything is very different compared to
is.
like out
Yeah.
in East County.
A lot more people, but quality over quantity, I guess. I love Redwood City. I have family there. But here I've never been to a city and seen so many people that support one another and their businesses. I've never seen it, and I think it's a beautiful thing, and I want to nurture that, and I want to protect it, and I want to help grow it for everybody.
Okay, and do you plan on making excuse me, on making any significant changes to how things are run at the DBC at all, or are you just going to keep things moving as they have because things are going well, or?
Yeah.
Well, I'd say a little bit of both.
Yeah.
We have our staple events that we do every year, and we added a crab feed this year that was wildly successful. We've already booked the next one for next January. We're doing this fashion show as a new event. We're hopefully going to be doing a dinner in the park in September, towards the end of September, a harvest dinner, and using some of the local restaurants to provide a dinner outside in the park. So that's new, but then there's Oktoberfest and our other events that are the staples. We're working on the downtown, the Women's Club, which is the Downtown Brentwood Coalition office that we're kind of working on. We've put in new flooring, we've landscaped. We have to do some ADA requirements before we can open it to the general public, but it's going to be kind of a visitor center for downtown Brentwood and an office for the Downtown Brentwood Coalition. So we, sticking with the old things, but also coming up with some new things as well.
Yeah, DBC did a great job in securing a great foundation, and I'm just excited to expand it, just to keep all the things that are working, and make sure more people hear about how we do support local, and if they want to join us in expanding our memberships and doing new things with events.
Okay.